Hello and welcome to the second online workout. I hope you felt good from the last workout. There was a lot of squats, hit your glutes pretty hard, shoulders and core got working. Today we're going to work a bit more on the upper body and we're going to get the abs working nice and hard. So to start off, we're going to warm the shoulders and forearms up. So we're just going to extend the arms right out to the side. Imagine your fingers are getting pulled out from the shoulder blades. So you've got a bit of a stretch in the shoulders, maybe down the forearms, and then gently bring those fingers towards the elbows. Keep pushing through the palms while you're bringing those fingers towards the elbows. You want to feel the forearm warm up, might feel the shoulders warm up as well. Try and have a small bend in the elbow. You don't want totally locked arms. Just a small bend. Keep breathing here. Just looking to get the blood flowing through the wrists, through the forearm, through the shoulders. So you can start to do small circles, about the size of a tennis ball, really slowly, about 5 seconds rounds. Nice slow breathing with this. And then just changing directions, keeping those fingers coming back towards the shoulders, towards the elbows. Just a couple more here. Lovely. Give the arms just a wee shake for a second. Okay, so similar thing. I'm going to send the arms right out to the side, but face the palms away from you and stretch the fingers as much as possible. So you're reaching away, but also stretching the fingers. You feel the shoulders engage nice and quickly with this. So from here, just turning about 15 degrees, taking an inhale in the middle. Exhale, rotating the whole torso as one, the arms together to about 15-20 degrees, and then coming back to the middle. Inhale the middle, exhale, rotating round. Again, keep sending those fingers away from the shoulder. You want to keep warming the forearms up. We're going to use the arms a lot today. We're going to get them feeling really good, so I want to make sure they're nice and warm. Keep sending those fingers away, keep reaching out. Exhale as you twist. Just a couple more. Shoulders should be warming up. 2, 1 more. 1, lovely, perfect. And get a couple of shoulder circles there. Let the blood disperse to other parts of the body. So just using the morning light, don't come into a wall inchworm. So just gently walking the hands up so you get a bit of a stretch. And then walking down nice and slow. Inhaling on the way up. Exhale back down. Again, watching the back, the hips don't drop too far forward with this. You're going to feel pressure in the lower back. So keeping these abs engaged, keeping the hips roughly in line with the shoulders and the ankles. Good, we'll get just one more of these here. One, lovely, very nice. Awesome, we're going to come into some cross jacks. So we're just reaching back with the arms, so we get a bit of a stretch in the chest, send the fingers backwards, but quite nice relax in the arms, and a small bend in the elbow. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, step forward with one leg and send the fingers forward, so you stretch between the shoulder blades. Inhale, step back. Nice stretch. Exhale, step forward. Good, keep going here. I'll demo from the side. Inhale, reaching back. Exhale, press forward. Let the shoulders round forward to get a bit of a stretch. Good, we'll get 4 more here. Reach the arms back. Exhale, send those fingers right forward to stretch between the shoulder blades. Good, just 2 more. 1 more. 1, lovely. Again, give the arms a couple of seconds rest. So we're going to come into a stretch on the wall. So our hands are just coming in line with shoulder height. We're stepping the feet back, keeping a small bend in the knees, and we're sending the chest towards the floor. Again, make sure that it doesn't feel too strong on the lower back here. If it does, you can definitely bring this a bit higher. And same movement, you're sending the middle of the chest gently towards the floor. Keep breathing in this position. You want to feel a nice vertical stretch into the chest, into the shoulder blades. It shouldn't be too sore on the lower back or tight on the hamstrings. Lovely, come on nice and slowly from that. Okay, cool. So we do have some push-ups today, which is my favourite exercise, sadly, for you guys. But we're going to warm up with some wall push-ups, and then we're just going to find our level of what is suitable for ourselves with push-ups at the moment, and we'll take it from there. So wall push-ups, starting nice and easy. Hands a bit lower than shoulder height, shoulder width, fingers pointing up. Feet not too far away from you. If it's too far away, it's going to feel a wee bit weird. You're going to keep head back in the wall, so quite close to the wall. All we're doing is we're inhale, coming down, letting the elbows go nice and narrow to the body. Exhale, pressing away. Inhaling down, exhale, pressing away. Keep going at this speed. If your hands are too high, your hands are going to come up towards the face. So you want to make sure that it's your shoulders that are lowering towards the hands and not your neck or face. If this is a bit sore on the wrists, what you can do is make like a claw with your hands, try and bend every finger, and it can just make a bit nicer position for the wrists. Alternately, you can make two fists, like a sort of Rocky, and just pressing against the wall. Inhale down, we'll get 3 more here. Try and keep these elbows nice and narrow. 2 more. Exhale, press away. 2, 1 more. 1, lovely, awesome. We're going to get 1 more of these stretches. So hands about shoulder height, stepping back, sending the chest right towards the floor. Again, keep breathing here. You can breathe into the chest, into the hips, into the upper back. Lovely, come on, nice and slow. We're going to get 1 more round of these wall push-ups, and then we're going to go through the push-ups from the floor. Okay, cool. Last set, coming back to this wall push-ups here. Hands a bit low on the shoulders. Inhale down for 1, exhale up for 2. Good. If you want to add a bit of spice to this, you can add some clapping. If you feel it's there, you can go behind the back. See how many you can get in here. See how close you can get your nose to the wall, being safe. Even behind the leg. Good, we'll get another 5 more here. 2 seconds down, 1 up. 4, 3 more. 3, again, make sure the shoulders are lowering towards the hands. You don't want the hands too high here. 2, 1 more. 1, lovely, awesome. Get a few seconds there. Okay, so it should be nice and warmed up after those arm circles and shoulder movements. We're going to come into top push-ups, and we're going to go through the push-up position. Now you can do this from the wall, starting from the top push-up, into the quarter, into the half, and into the bottom. If comfortable, we can come and try it from the floor. So I'm going to demo it from the floor, but you can definitely do this from the wall as an option. Okay, so we're going to come down to the mat. Our hands for the top position, top push-up position. I'll demo this and we'll come right into this together. We've got the hands over right under the shoulders. We're coming up onto our toes. Chest is forward, back's nice and straight. We've got a small bend in our elbows. We'll come into this position, just see how this feels. What you don't want to do is have the arms too far forward. You don't want the back drop into the floor. You'll feel this in the lower back. You want to keep those hips up, keep the abs engaged. You don't want to be too far forward with the shoulders. Get a wee rest there. We can drop down to the knees and send the hips back. So we're just trying to find our push-up level here, wherever it is. And we're just trying to find it. If you've not done push-ups before, keep the next holds from the knees. So all we're doing here, the quarter hold, same top push-up position, but from the knees. And we're sending these elbows back, just a quarter of the range of motion. Send them right behind and squeeze the elbows towards one another. So they're really brushing the ribs nice and close. Keep holding here if you can. Make sure the hips aren't dropping down. Keep breathing in this position. Just a few more seconds. 2, 1. Lovely. Get a wee stretch there. Get a few seconds off the wrist. Coming back down. Again, if this is too much, come into the wall push-ups and just hold the same position on the wall. So the next one, we're going to come into the half position. I'll change angles so you can just see where my elbows are going. So we'll come back to that top push-up position. Shoulders forward. A quarter push-up, we're sending the elbows right behind just a wee bit. And then the half push-up, if comfortable, send them back. The same again, about halfway down towards the floor. Keep squeezing those elbows in. You don't want the elbows out here. There'll be a lot of pressure on the elbows and wrists. Send the elbows right behind. They should be touching your t-shirt. Should be brushing the ribs here. Keep breathing. Take a few more seconds. 2, 1. Lovely. Get a wee rest there. Send the hips back. Just got one more hold. Again, if these holds are too tough, keep slightly higher up. So we're just trying to find the position of push-ups that is suitable at the moment. Okay, so bottom hold. This is where the arms are going parallel to the floor. We're going to come back into that top push-up position, into the quarter, into the half, into the bottom if we can. So arms are parallel to the floor. Keep breathing in this position. Try not to have the shoulders right up by the neck. Keep a nice relaxed face. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Get a wee rest there. Send the hips back into child pose. Get a few seconds. Again, if this is too much, you can bring this to the wall. Same movements, nice and slow, same speed. If it feels like on the wrist, we'll keep it to the floor. Okay, so we're going to do one set of push-ups for now. We're going to bring them back in later. But we're going to get one set of push-ups for now. We're going to aim for 6 to 10 reps altogether, and we're going to do a 2-second negative. So let me just demo. I'll just demo one rep. We're working to whatever position feels comfortable. Whether it's the quarter, half, or bottom range of motion, work to whatever position becomes comfortable. So 2-second negative means we're lowering down for 1, 2, exhaling up for 1. Okay, cool. We'll all come into this push-up position. We're going to aim 6 to 10 here. So hands under the shoulders, chest forwards. Inhaling down, 1, 2, exhale, press up, 1, 1, 2, 2. Use that exhale to push away from the floor, 3. And imagine your hands are going straight through the mat, floor, 4. So you're really pressing those palms into the floor, 5. Inhale down, big exhale up, 6, 1, 2, 7, 3 more if we can, but rest if we need to here. 8, 1, 2, 9, 1, 2, 10. Lovely. Get a few seconds rest there. Grab a bit of water if you're wanting. Okay, awesome. Should be nice and warm after those push-ups. Again, if you do feel this in the wrist, make this exercise easier. We're going to come into some abdominals now. So we're going to come right down onto the mat again here. I'm going to demo what we're doing, and then we're going to go into it nice and slowly together. So I'll just demo the first couple of reps. So our hands are behind the head, knees are over the hips, and shins parallel to the floor. What we're doing is we're taking a big inhale, lifting the bottom just off the floor, so you flatten the lower back against the floor, and then we're exhale, lifting those elbows and shoulders straight towards the ceiling with a big exhale, and then we're coming down nice and slowly. We're going to aim just 8 reps altogether. Take it really slowly with this, and a big emphasis on the breathing. Okay, so interlace the hands behind the head, let the head rest in the hands, knees over the hips, shins parallel to the floor, and point the ankles away from the body. Take a big inhale at the bottom, lift the bottom just off the floor. Exhale, lift those elbows and shoulders as high as you can to the ceiling. Still hold this top position. Come back to the center. Big inhale. Lift the bottom off the floor. Big exhale. Lift those elbows up to the sky. Good. Back to center. Big inhale. Lift the bottom off the floor. Exhale. Lift those shoulders as high as you can. Good. Back to center. Big inhale. Flatten the lower back. exhale, lifting up. 4 more here, abs should be nice and warm. Big inhale, lift the bottom just off the floor. Exhale, lift those shoulders as high as you can. Lift up to the ceiling, not towards the thighs. 3 more. Big inhale, flatten the lower back. Exhale, lifting up. Good, back to center. 2 more, big inhale. Flatten the lower back. Big exhale, 2. 1 more here, big inhale. Flatten the lower back. Big exhale up, 1, lovely. And bring the legs down. Bring the arms to the side, just drop the thighs to the side. 30 seconds rest, you've got 2 more rounds of those lovely abdominals. You really want to be feeling those. We're going to do a wee breathing exercise before the next set. So just come back to that kind of a glute bridge position, nice and relaxed. So from this position, you can put your hands on your belly button and take a big inhale as you can and try and balloon the belly as much as you can. So you try and raise the arms with this, and then when you exhale, exhale as much air out as you can and pull the belly button towards the spine. So, big exhale out. Big inhale. Use those abdominals to pull that belly button right down towards the spine, as if you're posing for a picture. Big inhale, get a couple more. One more, big inhale, balloon the belly as much as you can with the air. Big exhale, pull that belly. You can even put the finger on the belly button and gently press down towards the spine. Good, lovely. So we're going to try and use that breathing for the same set of abdominals. So we're going to keep just 8 reps again, just straight towards the ceiling. So interlace the hands behind the head. The head rests in the hands, knees over the hips, shins parallel to the floor. Take a really big inhale, just like we did. Lift the bottom just off the floor. As we lift up, big exhale, and pull that belly button down towards the spine all the way. Good, then back to center. Big inhale at the bottom. Lift the bottom off the floor. Exhale, lift those elbows as high as you can. Big deep exhale, nice and deep gut feeling. Come back to center. Big inhale, lift the bottom just off the floor. Big exhale at the top. Good, back to center here. Big inhale. Lift the bottom just off the floor. Exhale, lifting those elbows all the way to the ceiling. Good, just 4 more. Breathe in. Lift the hips off the floor. Exhale towards the ceiling. Lift those elbows straight up. 3 more. If the knees come too close to the hips, bring them a bit further back. So over the hips every set. Big inhale. Lift the bottom off the floor. Exhale, lift those shoulders as high as you can off the floor. Good, 2 more. Big inhale, keep smiling here. Lift the bottom just off the floor. Exhale at the top. 2, 1 more. Big inhale. Lift the bottom of the floor. Big exhale at the top. 1, lovely. Very nice. So bring the hands to the side and just drop in those thighs again. We've just got 1 more set of those fantastic abdominals. If you feel this in the lower back, if you feel pressure, focus on tilting that tailbone. So you wanna flatten that lower back every time before you lift this upper body up. So when you're lifting those hips, you're tilting the tailbone this way to flatten the lower back. It's going to engage the abs even more, and the breathing is just going to make it even more tougher, which is what we want to get as much as we can for this movement. So last one, same again, just straight up towards the ceiling. Last set of 8 abs. Let's do this. Okay, knees over the hips, shins parallel to the floor, interlace the hands behind the heads. Take a big inhale at the bottom. Lift the hips off the floor, big exhale towards the ceiling, big exhale at the top. Good, back to center. Breathe in, lift the bottom of the floor, exhale all the way to the ceiling. Good, back to center, breathe in, lift the bottom of the floor, big exhale at the top. Good, back to center, just 8 all together. Inhale, lift the bottom off the floor. Exhale, lift the elbows as high as you can to the ceiling. 4 more, last 4 here. Big inhale, lift the hips off the floor. Exhale towards the ceiling. 4, 3 more. Big inhale, lift the hip just off the floor. Exhale up towards the ceiling. 2 more. Let these big exhales here, big inhale, lift the hips off the floor. Biggest exhale we can yet. 2, last 1. Big inhale, lift the bottom just off the floor. Big exhale, lift those elbows as high as you can. Lovely. Oh, very nice. Get a few seconds rest there, just let those thighs drop to the side, let the tension move from those abdominals. Fantastic work there. They are pretty nasty, those abs. Lovely job. Get a wee bit of water. Wicked. We're going to come back now into a superset. We're going to come into these narrow push-ups again, and we're going to superset this with another chest and arm exercise to really get the muscles working. So we're starting with the narrow push-ups. And we've got options here. We can either do the narrow push-up from the wall with a 2-second negative and drive them up for 1. We can keep with the narrow push-ups from the floor that we are practicing, or if you want, you can try 1 arm narrow push-ups from the wall. So it's a wee bit tougher. The feet and shoulders are staying in line, and you're just inhaling down for 2, exhale up for 1. If you are doing the 1 arm narrow push-ups, just work 1 arm for 1 set, and then you'll work the other arm in the other set. We're going to do 4 sets in total. And the second exercise I'll show you when we get there. So the first set of these push-ups, to whatever range feels comfortable. We found our level we've already found our level of these push-ups, so whatever range feels comfortable here. So shoulders right over the hands, chest forwards, inhaling down, 1, 2, exhale up, 8 to 12 reps, 6 to 12 reps, 1, 2, 2. Inhale down, exhale up, 3, 1, 2, 4, good, keep those elbows going right behind here, 5, keep going, same speed, 6, inhale down, exhale up, 7, sending those elbows right behind, 8 to 12 is good here, 8, rest when we need, inhale down, exhale up, 9, 1, 2, 10, 1, 2, 11, 1 more if we can here, 12, lovely, awesome. We're going to come up to a standing position. The next exercise, we're doing sort of flat palm presses. So our hands are together, just fingers pressing against one another, and we're lining up with our sternum to the middle of the chest. Have the fingers pointing forwards. So it sort of looks like this. Elbows are kind of narrow, they're not right out to the side, kind of narrow down. And what we're doing here is you want to imagine you're trying to squeeze all the air between the palms and fingers out. So you're really squeezing those arms and chest muscles. And then as you do, take an inhale from here, exhale, keep pressing the hand together, keep squeezing those muscles for 1, and down, 1, 2. We've got 8 to 12 reps again. Exhale, press out, 2, 1, 2. See if you can get your arms shaking because you're pressing them together so hard. 3, inhale down, exhale out, 4, 1, 2. Good, exhale, press out, 5, inhale back, keep pressing those palms as hard as you can against each other. 6, imagine someone's trying to pull your arms apart here. 7, good, inhale down, 8, 1, 2, 8 to 12 reps, keep squeezing those palms together. 9, 1, 2, 10, 1, 2, 11, 1 more here, 12, lovely, very nice, awesome, get a few seconds rest there. We're going to come into round 2 of these push-ups in 20 seconds. If the wrists aren't feeling good, you can definitely come into just a plank hold here instead. So we did that in the last workout, and basically, instead of being in this top push-up position, we're lowering down to the elbows, and we're just holding this position instead. So this is definitely an alternative, this is an option. Okay, so set to the push-ups, let's go, let's do this. Alright, hands under the shoulders, chest forward, either on the knees or the toes, whatever position feels good. Again, inhaling down for 2, 1, 2, exhale up, 1. 6 to 12 reps, this is a real tough exercise. 2, 1, 2, 3. Just watch that the hips aren't dropping down, and you don't want to be leading with the shoulders here. You want to make sure that you're lifting those hips nice and strong. Inhale down, exhale up. 6, 7, send those elbows right behind, drive up. 8, good, keep those elbows nice and narrow. 9, 1, 2, 10, good, 10 to 12 here, work those triceps, work the chest muscles. 11, 12, lovely, wicked, and we're straight into this flat palm squeezes, so we're standing up, palms together, 8 to 12 reps, take an inhale at the bottom, exhale, press forward, 1, 1, 2, good, you should feel this right off the first rep here, 2, 1, 2, imagine you're trying to squash all of the air between the fingers here, 3, good, and press so hard that you feel all these muscles engaging. 4, inhale down, 5, inhale back, 6, 1, 2, keep that tension nice and strong, 7, 1, 2, so you can squeeze the middle of the chest as you straighten the arms. 8, really squeeze those palms together. 9, good, 8 to 12, 10, 1, 2, 11, 1, 2, one more here, 12, lovely, 30 seconds rest. Awesome job smashing these push-ups and arm squeezes. I hope the chest's feeling good, arms are feeling good here. I'm sure you've forgotten about the abs, it's always good. 2 more rounds to come, 2 more rounds to come. Again, if you're doing the wall push-ups, you can either do the 2-armed wall push-ups, or you can try the 1-arm wall push-ups for the last 2 rounds, just doing 1 arm per round. Okay, back to these push-ups here. 3rd set, should be feeling nice and used to these push-ups now, should be getting nice and tough. Okay, here we go. Shoulders under, over the hands, chest forwards, inhaling down, 1, 2, exhale, press up, 1, 1, 2, 2, good, keep with this same speed, inhale down, exhale up, 3, make sure those elbows are going nice and narrow to the body, 4, inhale on the way down, exhale, press up, 5, if you're doing the wall push-ups, you don't want the hands too high up, you want the shoulders to lower to the hands, 7, inhale down, 1, 2, 8, good, 4 more if we can, keep breathing down, exhale up, 9, 1, 2, 10, 1, 2, 11, last one here, 12, lovely, very nice. We're coming back to these flat palm squeezes. Okay, awesome, feet shoulder width, palms in line with the middle of the chest. Take an inhale at the bottom, exhale, squeeze those palms together, 1, down, 1, 2, good, really press those palms together, 2, 1, 2, and as you extend the arms, you can see if you can feel the tension in the middle of the chest, 3, and as you bring the arms back, it comes a wee bit wider, 4, and you can follow that tension, go a bit wider as the hands go back, and right to the middle of the chest as you come forwards, 5, 6, 1, 2, if it's too much tension on the inside of the elbows, make sure you're not locking the arms out here, 7, so you're keeping just a small bend at the end, not totally locked, 8, 9, 1, 2, 10 to 12 here, 10, 1, 2, 11, 1, 2, 12, lovely, awesome. 1 more round of push-ups, and I promise that is all the push-ups for today. unless you choose to do any more later. It's totally your choice. Okay, 15 seconds rest. We're coming back to these last set of push-ups. Should have quite a lot of blood in the chest and arms again. If these wrists aren't feeling good, bring it to a plank hold, or you can come into that Superman that we did in the last workout. Okay, cool. Last round of push-ups. Let's do this. Okay, wicked. Okay, shoulders over the hands, chest forward. Again, make sure that back's nice and straight, either from the knees or toes. Again, to just whatever position feels good. If it's just halfway down, just work this range of motion. That will improve the more you practice these. Lovely. Okay, so inhale down, 1, 2, exhale, press up, 1, 1, 2, 2. Set those elbows right behind, exhale up, 3, 1, 2, 4. If you find your elbows start going out, exhale up, 5. They start coming right out to the sides. Imagine they're magnets towards one another. 7, 1, 2, 8. So the elbows are going right towards each other. 9, squeezing in. 10 to 12 is perfect here. 11, 1, 2, 12, lovely, nice. One more set of these flat palm squeezes, then that's all of these chest movements and arm exercises done. Wicked job. Okay, palms together right in front of the chest. Big inhale. Exhale, squeeze those palms together. 1, back, 1, 2. Big exhale up. 2, 1, 2. And really imagine you're squeezing everything between your palms out the way. Every tiny bit of air you're squeezing away. 5. Exhale forwards. Inhale back. 6, 8 to 12 here. Really squeeze those palms as hard as you can. 7, imagine someone's trying to pull the arms open here. 8, 1, 2. 9, 1, 2. Big squeeze forward. 10, 1, 2. 11. Last one if we can here. Really squeeze the palms together. 12. Lovely, very nice. Awesome. Get a few seconds rest. Amazing job. Okay, awesome. I hope you like that superset, the push-ups, the palm presses. We're going to come into some more work for the core. We're going to come back into some abdominals. We're going to do some single leg toe taps. So we did some of these similar things in the last workout online. We're going to develop this one, make it maybe try a couple of tougher variations. We'll see how they're going to do. So we're either doing this with the head down, shoulders relaxed, or we're interlacing the hands and just lifting the head. It totally depends how it feels on your neck and shoulder. If it is tight, rest the head down. So our knees over the hips, shins parallel to the floor. So I'll demo just a couple of reps here first. All we're doing is we're taking an inhale, lifting the bottom just off the floor and tapping with the one heel for 1 and coming back to the center. Taking an inhale, lifting the hips and keeping the same leg tapping down. 2. We're going to aim for 8 on the one leg and get a few seconds in between, and then we're going to go 8 on the other, and then we're going to try a couple of different variations of this here. So interlace the hands, let the head rest in the hands, knees over the hips, shins parallel to the floor, slightly lift the shoulders off the floor, take an inhale, flatten the lower back against the floor, big exhale, tap one ankle to the floor and come back to the start. Big inhale, flatten the lower back, exhale, tap that heel down. 2. Good, just like that, breathing at the start. Big inhale, lift the hips. 3. 8 reps again. Big inhale, lift the hips, exhale, tapping down. 4. Big inhale, lift the hips, exhale, tap that heel down. 5. Good, just 3 more. Big inhale, lift the hips, exhale, tapping down. 3, 2 more. Inhale, lift the hips, exhale, tap down. 2, 1 more. Big inhale, flatten the lower back. 1, lovely, perfect. Again, 15, 20 seconds in between. And you can just drop the thighs to the side here so you get a bit of a twist in the lower back. I get to do the fresh leg, the other side here. So remember what leg you did there. Don't want to forget. Okay, perfect. So we're going to get the other leg there. So we're going into the left leg. Interlace the hands behind the head. Shins parallel to the floor. Take an inhale, lift the hips off the floor. Exhale, tap that heel down. 1. Big inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, tapping down. 2. Good. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, tapping down. 3. Good. Really focus on the breath. Big inhale, lift the bottom of the floor. Exhale down. 4. Big inhale, flatten the lower back. Exhale, tap down. 5. 3 more. 3. 2 more. 2. 1 more here. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale down. 1. Lovely. Very nice. Get a few seconds rest there. Lovely job. Okay, so the option for the next set is we can extend the leg. As we lift up, we can extend the leg all the way out. This will put a bit more pressure on the lower back. So if you do feel pressure there, keep with the previous one, the heel taps. However, if it feels okay, it'll work the lower abdominals a touch more. You can extend that heel all the way. Okay, cool. So coming back to that first leg, interlace the hands, let the head rest in the hands, knees over the hips, shins parallel to the floor. Big inhale, flatten the lower back. Exhale, send that heel away. Big exhale out for 1. Back to the center. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, press out. 2. Good. Again, if this feels too much on the lower back, just keep with these taps. 3. Big inhale, lift the bottom of the floor. Exhale, send that heel away. 4. Imagine you're pushing a heavy box with this heel straight away from the body. 5. 3 more. Inhale, lift the hips. 6. 2 more. Big inhale, flatten the lower back. Exhale, press out. 2. 1 more. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, press out. 1. Lovely. Very nice. Get a few seconds rest there. 15, 20 seconds in between. Awesome. Let these abs should be nice and warm. Again, if you're feeling this in the lower back, keep to the heel taps. Again, if keeping on the one leg doesn't feel too good on one side, you can definitely do these alternate or the heel taps alternate. So you can definitely come there and keep the pressure a bit nicer on the lower back. Okay, coming to that second leg. Interlace the hands behind the head. The head just rests there, knees over the hips, shins parallel. Big inhale, lift the bottom of the floor. Exhale, send that heel away. 1. Good. Big inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, push that heel right to the floor. 2. Inhale, lift the hips. Imagine you're doing like a frozen kung fu kick at the end of the range. 3. Breathe in, lift the bottom just off the floor. Exhale as loud as you can. 4. Inhale, lift the hips off the floor. Exhale, send that heel all the way out. 5. Good. 3 more this side. As big inhale as you can, lift the hips. Exhale, send the heel out. 3. 2 more. Big inhale, lift the bottom of the floor. Biggest exhale yet. 2. 1 more. Big inhale, lift the hips off the floor. Exhale, send that heel out. 1. Nice. Awesome. Get a few seconds rest there. We've got 1 more round of abdominals. Grab a touch of water if you want in there. Lovely work. Okay, so last set we're going to keep the exact same. We're going to get 1 more set, 8 per round. It gets a bit tricky to talk sometimes with these abdominals at the same time. Give it a go, it's good fun. Right, last set. Coming back to that first leg. Last 8 reps here. Interlace the hands behind the head. Letting the head rest in the hands, knees over the hips, shins parallel to the floor. Take a big inhale. Lift the bottom of the floor. Exhale, send that heel. Big exhale, send the heel all the way away. Good. Back to center. Inhale, lift the hips. Big exhale, send the heel out. Good. Really big inhale, flatten the lower back. Push that heel right away from your body. 3. Good. Inhale, lift the hips. Big exhale, send that heel away. 4. Make sure these knees don't get too close to the body. If they do, reset them. 5. 3 more. Inhale. 3. 2 more. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, press out. 2. Last one. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, press out. 1. Lovely. Very nice. Awesome. Get a few seconds rest. 15, 20 seconds. Last set of abs for the day. Woo! I'm excited. Okay, perfect. I'll get that fresh side. Last round of the second leg. Last 8 of these. Interlace the hands right behind the head, with the elbows pointing towards the ceiling, knees over the hips, shins parallel to the floor. Big inhale, lift the hips off the floor. Big exhale, press the heel out. 1. Good, breathe in, lift the hips. 2. Inhale, lift the hips. Big exhale out there. 3. Last 5 reps here. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, send that heel away. 5. 4 more. 4. 3 more. Big inhale, flatten the lower back. Exhale, send that heel away. 4. Last 3 of these. 3. Enjoy these last 2. 2. Last 1. Inhale, lift the hips. Big exhale out. 1. Lovely. Very nice. Get a few seconds rest there. Just drop the thighs to the side. That is all the abdominals done. Amazing job. Okay, awesome work with those abs. I hope they feel really good. We're going to come into some nice stretches to finish off. So we're going to come into child pose. So arms are forward and you're just sitting there, the bottom towards the ankles, so you get a nice stretch right down the shoulder blades. You can rest the head on the floor and just keep breathing here. Breathe into the upper back muscles, into the hips. Just find a position that's comfortable. You can gently pull through the fingers, just 5-10% strength. You'll feel the muscles just stretch a touch more. See how it feels. And then walk the hands to the left hand side. Again, sitting the hips back so you get a nice stretch down that right side from the right armpit towards the right hip. Over to the other side. And send the hips back. And make sure the stretch isn't too strong, make sure it's no more intense than sort of 4 out of 10 here. Nice and relaxing. Release nice and slow. Then come into a tabletop position. Knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders. And we're just going to do a cat-cow. So what we're doing is, like the abdominal, similar movement, we're tilting the tailbone, this way, and then rounding that lower back, upper back, and then sending the hips the other way, so you get a bit of a stretch in the back. Exhale as we tilt the tailbone out, tailbone towards the belly button, then sending the hips around. The arms are keeping pretty still, elbows aren't really bending with this. And less focus on this range of motion. If this does feel tight in the back, really don't force this part of the movement. Focus more on this stretch at the bottom. Inhale down. Exhale. Get just a few more here. One more, lovely. We'll come back into that child pose, the arms forward, sitting the hips right back. So you get a nice stretch down those upper back muscles. Then keep breathing here. And you can walk those hands to the left hand side. And sit the hips back so you get a nice stretch down that right side. side. Release nice and slowly. We're going to come into a line twist. So we're going to lie all the way on our back. Our left leg is going to be nice and straight. Our left arm horizontal. The right leg is rolling all the way over. And the foot is going to come onto the floor. The right shoulder will lift it a bit off the floor. The right arm is just going behind the head and try and relax it on the floor. And just keep breathing in this position. So you've got a vertical stretch into the chest, a bit of a twist through the torso. Should be nice and relaxed. Again, if it's too much on the neck or shoulders, you can bring the arm in. Just make sure you're not forcing this stretch. Make sure you're not sending that elbow as close to the floor as you can. You want it to be nice and relaxing. Just changing sides there, so the right leg nice and straight, right arm horizontal, that left leg coming all the way over, and that left arm going behind the back and resting on the floor. You can rest it on a block as well if you want to here. If the floor's a bit too far away, you can rest it on a block or a pillow or a book. Come back and get one more round of that, back to that first side. So that left leg straight, left arm horizontal, the right leg rolling over, and then that right arm going behind the head. The right knee is just bent at about 90 degrees. Just changing sides there. Right leg nice and straight, right arm horizontal, that left knee over the hip, rolling over to that side, that left arm going behind the head. Again, don't force that left shoulder to be on the floor. Mine's definitely off the floor here, no need to force any part of this. I mean, if going over to one side does feel too much with the leg, you can bring the leg in. You can bring the knees in and just drop the thighs more this way, or just keep with less range of motion with the twist here. Lovely, and we'll come back. Just slowly come to one side and gently push yourself up to a seated position. We're going to get a couple more stretches on the wall. So come all the way up to standing. So facing the wall, our left hands, we're going to get a lat stretch. We're just reaching up at 45 degrees. Kind of like the child pose to get a nice stretch from the left armpit down towards the hips. And again, imagine breathing into that armpit, into the shoulder blades. Good, and releasing nice and slow, just changing size, that right arm reaching up at 45 degrees to get a nice stretch. Again, from the armpit down towards the hips. You can gently pull with the right hand, maybe just 5% strength. You can feel the stretch increase down the side there. Good, release nice and slowly. Hands just in line with the shoulders. We've done this stretch already. Just sending the feet back and send the middle of the chest towards the floor. To get a nice vertical stretch into the chest. If you do feel this on the lower back, you can come a bit higher with the hands. Lovely, come up nice and slowly. One more stretch, just interlace the hands and push forward here. So you want to feel the space between the shoulder blades stretch. Imagine you're physically pushing something with your hand here. Lovely, release nice and slow with the shoulders, some big Slow circles, give the arms a wee shake. Awesome, amazing job there. Hope you enjoyed that upper body and core workout. Fantastic work.